Yeah. So let me explain to you our honey, our Jamaican honey. You know, well, this honey here is from Trelawney, and this is a logwood honey. You know, and I must tell you that pure logwood is even lighter than this honey. You get me? And thing like that. This honey come from Manchester. This is our bitter honey. It is bitter. It is bitter. And it is a remarkable honey. When you talk about circulation problems, believe me, you want this honey. When you talk about diabetes, you need this honey. This is our most expensive honey that we sell. You know? And then we have this honey. This is our dark honey. This is the honey that Jamaican people hate. Them not like that honey. You get me? Because of the color. I mean, anything too black no good, which is garbage. But this is it. They don't like this honey. And several reasons. One, it crystallizes faster. The logwood, out of all of them, the logwood is the least, it crystallizes slower. All honey crystallize, every single one of them crystallize. This one does it faster. However, this honey is my favorite honey. Why? The rule of thumb where honey is concerned is that the darker the honey, the more minerals in it. This honey have magnesium and calcium and all of that. Things for my nails, and you look at my nails. You know, this is what I have never gone to the pharmacy and buy vitamins and all of that stuff because I get more from my honey. And this is the honey of my choice because it has far more minerals in it. Now, this honey cannot be mixed with this honey. You put it in a blender and you mix it up and it's separate. The darker one to the bottom because the minerals in it, and the lighter one to the top. You know, cannot mix them. Now, I'm going to show you some samples of honey. Now, every honey that I put on the market, samples are drawn off it from my different apiaries, and it is stored. You see, this honey, which is darker than this honey, comes from the same farm, just like this one. So this honey logwood comes from the same farm with this and this. It's different time and different trees that you get these honey from. You get me? So this honey have far more mineral in it than this honey. This is our cheapest honey. This bitter honey is our most expensive honey. This comes from Crawl, Manchester. You get me? And it is really good for you. I mean, circulation. It's really good for you where circulation is concerned. That means it goes straight to your liver and it goes to your kidney and it starts to clean your blood and all of that. This honey does that. This honey, this is our bitter honey. It is bitter. You know. Now, this honey comes from the same farm with this honey. This is our translucent honey, and amazing because it was whiter, crystal white like water, and it tones a little since we have harvested. And we're going to revisit the farm because we're supposed to be getting more of that honey from the farm and all of that stuff. You know, so I'm going to do more videos. I'm going to do almost a documentary because as I write my book, I do the documentary on it. But it's going to take so long. I mean, just the videos may take me as long as 6 months. You know, because there's so much about honey and there's so much things I want to talk to you about honey. You know, and the different type of honey. We have seen honey coming out of Blue Mountain, that green. I have seen honey will look like chocolate in Jamaica. You know, and so those honey we don't really take them to the market because we don't know what to tell us. You're gonna tell us foolishness. So I'm gonna do a video, I'm gonna educate it. This honey, or bitter honey, labels are being made for that honey because we are sending it abroad, we're gonna sell it overseas. You know, because places like Europe is more familiar with honey, and they are more willing to learn, because when you talk to Jamaicans about honey, you can't tell them nothing. They know everything about honey. So we're going overseas with this one. Now, the Manuka honey is the dearest honey in the world. One bottle of Manuka honey, one bottle, if this was Manuka honey, one bottle of Manuka honey sells for 14,000 Jamaican dollars. You get me? A 5-gallon bucket of Manuka honey sells for 356,000 Jamaican dollars. You know? And one of the reasons why I collect all of these samples and I go around Jamaica with honey, I firmly believe that Jamaica have honey that values more than the Manuka honey. The Manuka honey heals cuts very fast, and because of that, them sell it almost like a medication. You get me? But I believe that this honey, you know, and amazingly, this come from Dumby Holden, and this honey have far more minerals in it, and have strengthen your bones and good for your fingernails and all of that, more than what the Manuka honey can do for you. So we're going abroad with these. These are is going overseas, and this going overseas definitely. You know, and well, this will stay locally because Jamaican people really love this one. They don't want to hear nothing about these. Nothing about these. They don't want to hear nothing about bitter honey. You know, bitter honey. Now this comes from the bitter damsel and the bitter wood and things like that. It's a remarkable honey. It's our most expensive honey. This honey here. It is bitter. Bitter honey. You know? Jamaica produces more than 100 different types of honey.